What's up, Worldwide fam? It's your man, Omar S. for YouTube and for the West Coast Wave on Library. Just wanted to give you an update on the whole mask ritual. I'm sorry, this is a ritual. You can't change my mind in the comment section.
Y'all are sitting there breathing freely, building your immune.
Let's play this. This was, again, more than 100 people showed up to this Orange County Board of Supervisors meeting to speak out against face mask regulation. This was from at Now This News on Twitter.
Of that, stop listening. Y'all are sitting there breathing freely, building your immune systems without masks. How disgusting, how shameful, how criminal, how corrupt. This is a hoax, it's a fraud. There's nobody dying in excess of any other year in the last decade. Are you aware of that? Stop listening to absolute charlatan doctors like this Dr. Chow, who I wouldn't go.
Your time is up. Thank you. Next speaker, please.
You're telling me that I have to breathe in CO2 when God gave this body the ability to extract that from my body, and now you want me to put it back in my body. I have natural rights as a sovereign citizen of the United States.
Your time is up.
You are kneeling on the necks of the people, and you are continuing to act in a thuggish manner.
Sorry about that. Let me go back a little bit so you can read that.
People are now able to commit crimes while fully shielding their faces from sight.
I begin with the question, are you smarter than a fifth grader? I remember teaching my own fifth graders about the respiratory system. These 10-year-olds understood the most basic important element needed by the human body is oxygen. So I ask you, why in the name of science and health would you require people, especially children, to wear a mask only to rebreathe the waste product the body wants to get rid of?
Making our children wear masks is contrary to the medical experts, and it's fundamentally wrong. They need to be exposed to bacteria in the air, playing on jungle gyms. Kids need sunlight, exercise, interaction, youth sports, and prayer without masks. If you deny them that, in 20 years you're going to have a population of immunosuppressed, antisocial adults who can only interact via Zoom and FaceTime and need gloves to shake your hand.
I have been discriminated 5 times in the last 2 days. I have been actually turned away. I cannot go in these businesses without a mask, even though I have a health condition.
These children need to be back on the field, not in 2 weeks, now. As you can see, Taylor's got a soccer uniform on, and we're still not playing soccer.
Guys, it's over. Like, really? Like, you know? I mean, are we still talking about this? Like, it's over, you know, this lockdown. I mean, you're looking at numbers and data, and, you know, I go to a resort, nobody's wearing a mask. Then I come here, everybody's wearing a mask. I go to a protest, nobody's wearing a mask.
Thank you. Your time is up.
He went and fought where, Dad? Where did you fight?
What's that?
Where did you fight?
In the Philippine Islands in World War II.
And his fight was for your freedom, my freedom, his freedom, and everybody that's here today.
I don't know if you guys are robots or whatnot. So please stop imposing Chinese communism tactics. This is America. We need our essential bread. If you're not human, please join Elon Musk on his trip to Mars. And let us invoke for our breath. Please let us breathe.
That's right. So I just wanted y'all to peep that real quick. The county healthcare supervisor there was death threats. All right, let's go to the LA Times article. What do we see here? People walk along Harbor Boulevard in downtown Fullerton on Thursday. People are going to be partying tonight over there, supposedly. What I hear, so the bars are open tonight. The whole road is just gonna shoot back up, and then they're going to lock us down again. But maybe this time we're not going to let ourselves, huh? After everybody's lost all these jobs, all this money. Anyways, let's get to the point. Let me update you, dear reader. Orange County rescinds coronavirus mask mandate amid pushback. Resignation. Orange County residents no longer have to wear masks in public. Officials announced Thursday an abrupt shift in health orders following weeks of debate over the use of face coverings to stem the spread of the coronavirus. Masks will go from being required to being strongly recommended in public settings under a revised order from new Orange County Healthcare Agency Director Dr. Clayton Chow. Chow said at a news conference that he would issue the new order later Thursday, which is today, which was yesterday. Sorry, dear reader, let me go back. This was from yesterday at 2:15. Today is June 12th. It's 4:27 p.m. at this time, West Coast time. I want to be clear that this does not diminish the importance of face coverings. He said, I stand with the public health experts and believe wearing cloth face coverings help us to slow the spread of COVID-19 in our community and save lives. By being consistent with the state, this will give our business community and individuals the ability to make the most appropriate decision for them and their situation. That guy, don't let me catch him on the street. I'll probably slap him. Anyways, let's see what this is. Let's see. This is in Fullerton. The county's goal is to make its mask rules consistent with the state's above Harper Boulevard in downtown Fullerton. The new order, he said, will no longer require that most residents wear a face covering, but strongly recommends that they should when outside of their home and unable to physically distance themselves by 6 feet from others. At several points on Thursday, Chow said the motivation was to make the county's mask rules consistent with the state's. This decision is not because of public pushback, he said. Oh, okay, sure it isn't. County Supervisor Michelle Steele cautioned that if residents are feeling ill, they should stay home. But if they are out, it is strongly recommended to wear a mask and social distance. Folks, when you're sick and your friends call you up like, hey, let's go to the club, let's go dancing. What do you say if you're sick? You're like, nah, I'm gonna sit this one out. I'm sick. That's the normal thing we do. These people are such idiots. Anyways, let me get my bias out of the way. Public health is at the utmost importance during this crisis, she said. What is this owl doing here? The mask dispute has unfolded as the number of COVID-19 cases and deaths continue to rise in Orange County. The less stringent recommendation had been in place until late May when former county health officer Dr. Nicole Quick issued an order mandating that county residents and visitors wear cloth face coverings while in public place, at work, or visiting a business where they are unable to stay at least 6 feet apart. The switch set off a firestorm of controversy as some residents and elected officials challenged the need for widespread use of face covering as more businesses in the region continued to reopen. Quick herself became a target for criticism during County Board of Supervisors meeting, with some residents castigating her for the order. During one meeting, public speakers displayed a poster showing Quick's photo with a Hitler mustache on her face and swastikas. The Orange County Sheriff's Department provided a security detail for the doctor after she received what officials deemed to be a death threat during a meeting last month. After several intense weeks defending her order, Quick resigned Monday. The county agreed to pay her $75,000 in severance in exchange for her decision to leave voluntarily, according to a signed settlement and release agreement. Wow, like 75,000 severance package? Only in government, folks, only in government. All right. On Tuesday, Chow stepped into Quick's role and was immediately peppered with questions from elected officials about the need for a mask order. Members of the public could be heard shouting in the background as Chow responded to questions from the board. There's always going to be community infection going on, Supervisor Don Wagner said. There's always flu infection going on. Are you telling us masks, in your professional opinion, are going to be necessary until the end of time or until there's a vaccine or what? Chow later said he planned to look at the county's infection rate and hospitalization numbers over the next 21 days as more public spaces continue to reopen to determine whether those numbers show it is safe to amend the mask order. The dispute over the requirement has unfolded as the number of COVID-19 cases and deaths continue to rise in Orange County. The health officials reported 260 new coronavirus infections Thursday, boosting the county's cumulative case count to 7,987. Of those, an estimated 3,726 people have already recovered. How about that, huh? How about them apples? Thursday saw the third most new cases on any one day in the county since the pandemic began. The 3 largest single-day increases have all occurred within the past week. The county also announced 4 new fatalities, raising the death toll to 202. Of those who have died, 94 were residents of skilled nursing facilities, according to the county. But Orange County officials said other data points, such as death and testing positivity rates, paint a more promising picture, as both compare favorably to neighboring counties. While we are not out of this completely yet, Orange County is in good position to continue moving forward, and we have reason to be positive about where we are, Steele said. The move to alter the county's order also comes as the region prepares to reopen additional sectors of its economy. Chow's new health order will further relax restrictions on businesses to allow bars, wineries, movie theaters, gyms, community pools, zoos, hotels, and other spaces to reopen, he said. Many health officials say that face coverings are an integral tool in the fight against COVID-19, as they can block transmission of the respiratory droplets released by asymptomatic people when breathing or talking. Research published by Cambridge University Press in 2013 found that homemade cloth masks significantly reduce the amount of potentially infectious droplets expelled by the wearer. Really? The U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention estimates that 20 to 50% of infected people never show symptoms of illness, yet may be just as contagious as those who are visibly sick. God, Centers for Disease Control, I hope they just, they're just full of bull. Masks provide a hell of a lot of protection, and I'm more comfortable relaxing things if everybody's wearing masks than if they weren't. Dr. George Rutherford, a UC San Francisco epidemiologist and infectious disease expert, said recently. Well, Dr. George Rutherford, how about you wear a mask? I'm a fresh air breather. I'm sorry, dude. I'm very passionate about this, as you can tell. But whether wearing masks should be recommended or mandated has become the subject of impassioned debate in Southern California. Some counties, including Los Angeles and San Diego, require residents to wear masks in public settings. Doing so is only strongly recommended in Riverside and San Bernardino counties. Like Orange County, both had mask requirements, but later walked them back. Dr. Jeffrey Lung, ambulatory medical director for the Riverside University Health System, said wearing masks not only helps prevent the unintentional sharing of respiratory droplets, but can keep people from touching their faces and provide a gentle social cue to remind people to maintain physical distancing. What do you call that? BS. You know why? Because look, let me tell you something real quick, dear reader. Let me tell you something, break you off some game. Everywhere I go, the people where you're able to go in and buy stuff, the people wearing masks all day, like you walk up, they adjust their little mask. All day they touch that mask with their hand, and just imagine all the germs that they're just breathing in their own CO2. They're not breathing in fresh air. So there's that. It's just so stupid to me, like how people cannot see the ritual that's being played out here. Like nothing says, hey, we're losing our freedom of speech, like wearing a freaking mask and saying, but I'm so relieved to see all the people that went to the Board of County Supervisors and was telling them what's up, like, y'all are fools. Like there was like nobody really that was like, oh yeah, let's keep wearing masks. Like everybody was in a consensus, like, yeah, this is stupid. So anyways, dear reader, despite those benefits, we're right here. Despite those benefits, he said, the question of whether to require a mask is more complicated than most of us think. If you are taking a walk outside by yourself and there's no one nearby, or you're biking, does it make sense to be required to wear a mask? He said Thursday. I think what we're realizing is we really need to ask people to apply their best judgment and their common sense. Even without a mandate, though, Riverside County officials stressed that residents should wear masks, particularly as more businesses and public spaces reopen. I do think as more and more evidence has come out, it's been fairly consistent in showing that it looks like covering the face is beneficial and it does reduce the risk of transmission of coronavirus, Lung said. LA County Public Health Director Barbara Ferrer has routinely touted the health benefits of wearing face coverings in public. That, along with other practices like physical distancing and regular hand washing, can stave off a spike in coronavirus infections, she said. It remains so important for all of us, businesses and residents, to follow the directives and to do our part every day to keep ourselves and our friends, our loved ones, and our families as safe as possible, she said Wednesday. This is really the only way for us to reopen without creating huge increases in cases, hospitalizations, and deaths from COVID-19. Leaders in Orange County, however, have noted that not everyone was adhering to the mask requirement and that law enforcement, including the Sheriff's Department, has said they wouldn't enforce the mandate. Over the past several days, county staff continued discussions with Chow about the mask order. Dozens of residents pledged their support for the mask requirement publicly and in letters to the Board of Supervisors. Bunch of idiots right here. Let's take a look at them. Shoppers wear protective masks while walking on the Bridge of Gardens at South Coast Plaza during the reopening. Oh, look at this guy. Why would you make your grandpa... God. All right. So Donald Tarble, 90, of Newport Beach, aided by caregiver Ted Foro, said he is celebrating the end of the coronavirus pandemic stay-at-home order by buying 7 large balloons and shopping on the first day that South Coast Plaza reopened in Costa Mesa. All right. A shopper runs past a long line of shoppers waiting to enter Zara at South Coast Plaza. As South Coast Plaza reopens in Costa Mesa. You know what's funny about South Coast Plaza? When the whole Rona thing was barely coming out, they had like a big old Chinese New Year thing. And there was all kinds of people. It looked like there was Chinese people from Wuhan straight up in that. And they were just walking around. I remember I was walking around in there too myself. I was like, deet, 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 deet. And nothing, I didn't get sick. I was sick like in November. Like I was sick like a dog for like a week or two. So I think I probably got the Rona. And I got over it. But who knows? Maybe it was just, I'm telling you, the Rona's fucking BS. I'm sorry, dear reader. I don't mean to cuss. The Rona is BS because it's just this year's flu. That's what it is. It's like they stopped counting influenza. That's how much BS we're going. Okay, anyways, let's look at this. Myra Trejo, right. A guest service employee gives shopper Ada Gao 8 a protective mask to wear while shopping with her family at the entrance to South Coast Plaza during its reopening. That's why I bought my little mask with the skull design on it and the Guy Fawkes design on it, because I like to troll people when I'm in these places of business. And it's like, really, like, you could go up there and just shoot up the spot. You could go rob the freaking place and run out, and they wouldn't know who did it. They wouldn't know, Just cover your eyes with your sunglasses or something. Cover your forehead with a hat, your mask, wear some plastic gloves, and it's easy. Just rob them blind. They'll never catch you. Don't do that, dear readers. Don't break the law. Due to social distancing, shoppers wear protective masks while waiting in line outside Louis Vuitton and South Coast Plaza. Due to social distancing, shoppers are reflected in a display window as they wait outside Dolce & Gabbana during the South Coast Plaza reopening. Oh, must be so ready to buy stuff, huh? A St. Laurent employee assists customers as South Coast Plaza reopens. Yay. Shoppers at newly reopened South Coast Plaza were split on the issue Thursday. While waiting for his wife outside the Gap store in Costa Mesa Shopping Center, Andrew De Gia, a 73-year-old Chino Hills resident, said he plans to continue wearing a face covering likely until July. Okay. As he spoke to a reporter, he was careful to keep his distance from other shoppers during the upscale mall's first day of business after months-long closure amid the pandemic. Hey, you've lived 73 years, buddy. If you die, you die. I don't know why people are so scared of death. It's like, hey, like when I go, when I go, baby, I'm gonna be in my deathbed. If I'm able to just be in my deathbed, I'm gonna be like, bring me a shot of Patron. I'm gonna get buzzed, and I'm gonna sing. I'm gonna sing a hero song. I'm gonna sing my hero song going home. I'm going home to the Lord, baby. I ain't scared. If they say it's Rona, it's a bull. It's not true. Anyway, so I'm sorry, dear reader. I just thought I'd spice it up a little with my commentary. I'm used to wearing a mask. I'm used to wearing a face mask, he said. Nearby, a 56-year-old Westminster resident, Irene Bunya, says she disagrees with the county's decision to lift the mask requirement. My immune system is compromised, so I will likely keep wearing a mask for the next few months, Bunya said. I think the worst is over, but I'm not sure about the flu. I'm not sure about when the flu season picks up. I'm just making those voices because that's barely how they sound. All right, on her way to what would be a long shift at Louis Vuitton, where nearly 30 customers were lined up out front, 40-year-old Irvine resident Janelle Aranda bemoaned having to wear a face mask during work. Aranda said she feels masks are harmful because she will breathe in carbon dioxide for the 6 hours she has to wear one. Exactly. Pay Wyckoff, a 65-year-old Irvine resident who waited weeks to come to South Coast Plaza to get a watch battery and find a Father's Day present, wore a bright yellow hand-sewn mask, but said she thought it was unnecessary. Not everyone agrees that masks are helpful, Wyckoff said. I think masks are hurtful because you're breathing in your own germs. Bam! All right, so Time staff writer Ron Gong Lin II contributed to this report. And again, this is per the LA Times, Los Angeles Times, Luke Money, Hannah Fry, Stephanie Lai. Thank you for this report. If you're watching this by any chance, dear reader, let me know what you think about Orange County rescinding coronavirus mask mandate amid pushback and resignation. Thank you again for tuning in. I hope this was a little bit entertaining. Let me know if you want me to keep my crazy bias out the way, because I probably won't, even if you do, but let me know. Hey, I hope you have a good weekend. There's more on the way, so stay tuned. Thank you again for tuning in. Like it, unlike it, share it, subscribe, all that good stuff.